This storm's got me shut down, so I'm gonna go over how I cautiously proceed through a storm. Tropical storm at that. And also I kind of wanted to show you a couple of gadgets I have in the truck that really make it easy for me to live day to day, so stay tuned.
Flood warning has been issued until 12:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Washington, Alabama. A flash flood watch remains in effect until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following areas in Alabama: Baldwin inland, Clark, and Washington. A wind advisory remains in effect until 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time for the following areas in Alabama: Baldwin inland, Clark, and Washington.
You know, it's bad when I can't even light my cigar. Well, there's a storm upon us. And I'll show you some video. I'm tracking the storm. I'm in between two cells. So it's not bad. It's a little windy out. I think I saw a muskrat for the first time in my life. It looked like a rat. It looked like a big gerbil. I don't know. Y'all can put down in the comments what it was, because I'm really not sure. I'm in, where am I at? I'm at a little town, Escabia, Alabama area. I got about an hour 25 minutes to get to my next of the 30 drops for Walmart. And then I gotta go to Gulfport, and both of those are not looking good until about 1 o'clock, and I just can't. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here, and I just had breakfast at a nice little truck stop. But I'm not a patient person. I don't like to sit, and I can't sit here for 4 hours. But you know, I don't want to put myself in a situation where, I mean, it's already been really windy, and I hit one squall when I was coming, and it was pretty bad. And then it stopped, and it was fine. So this storm is working its way through out of the way. And at the grand scheme of things, I've got plenty of time to get this job done. But I also just don't want to sit around. But I don't want to blow over. The truck's not that heavy. It's not that full. It's full of boxes of these. They are wire shelving for a fabric department in Walmart. And there's 30 stores I'm dropping these off to. The last store I dropped off to was nobody was answering the door, nobody was answering the phone. I walked all the way around the building, light rain going on, trying to get in. I finally saw some people filtering in through the auto service center. So I just walked right in like I owned the place, and got a hold of somebody, and they said, "I'll meet you around back." Okay, so I go around back, and they opened the door eventually, and I said, "Look, I need you to open up one of the door docks. Dock 3's fine. That's easy for me to get into. I just got to pull 2 boxes, or actually just 1 box for you, off, and then I'm out of here. Just sign here." So the guy did what I asked, and it took me longer to do all that than it did just to I pulled the box and the pallet off, laid it there on the ground, and said, "Okay, I'm out of here." I was literally there 5 minutes once I finally got somebody to open the door for me. And so these drops aren't very difficult. The load's still a mess. I guess the boxes are just to protect the product, but all the boxes are squished. So we'll see. So hopefully I'll have some more video for you going through this storm. I certainly don't want to be on the news. I've been watching the news, and it's, you know, Louisiana, they don't play with rain. When it says flooding, you got to pay attention, because there ain't a whole lot of places to shut down once it gets really bad. Then you end up having to pull over the side of the road. But if the side of the road starts flooding, you know, even ships float. And so I don't want to become a ship. So let's see how this works out. Talk to you soon.
So I think I'm going to stay here for the night. The winds are picking up pretty good, and I'll let this thing get out of the way. And I started zooming back. I did not realize how big this storm was. So watch, look at that. I didn't know the thing was coming in from the east coast of Florida. So but it's working its way out of my way. So I'm all about that. The graphics have it picked up. Oh gosh, there's another one coming behind it. Yeah, I'll bust through this thing. Oh, it's raining. I was wondering where all the rain was, because I'm looking at this thing and it's like, it says there's supposed to be a lot of rain, but there wasn't, and then now all of a sudden there is. So anyway, guys, it's just a good time to have a cigar.
Okay, guys, so since I'm stuck here, might as well be productive. I ran across this. I actually found this at a thrift store. I got it for like $1. Well, it's only like $7 plus shipping. This is really well worth it. I'll show you in a minute. But it's supposed to be just a book holder. But I use it to hold my iPad, and it's got a little thing on the back of it so you can put it at any angle, and it works really well for my iPad. So I'll show you how I use it.
And I don't know if any of you truckers out there, do you ever have the problem with remembering to level your steering column before you turn off the truck? Because once the truck's turned off, you are not going to turn the wheel. I've been trying to get in that habit, so this is what I use it for. So this right here, it's got like an adjustable thing on the back, but I just let it sit. There's like a little crease in the steering column, at least on this one. So if I want it to be more right at my face, or I usually just set it just like that, and then I'll take my iPad, and it's got little things on here. It's really supposed to just hold books, and I guess that holds the pages back. But this works really well. I always keep a cloth. My trainer got me into this habit. He never liked fingerprints on anything, and now all of a sudden I don't either. But so there's your iPad, and then you know you can watch a movie or whatever. It's just out of the way. And the other thing that kind of is interesting is and if you have an idea, give me a comment. Since all the restaurants are closed, and I'm always having to sit and eat in my truck, I'll put this. I'll just set this between my legs and hold on to it. That's my table for when I'm eating something. If I need a tray, I need a little table in here, but you know, ain't that big of a deal. And this is a really cool gadget. This goes on typically a golf cart. It's a cigar holder that just clips on the steering wheel of a golf cart. But this is my 18-wheeler golf cart, and it's a great place to put that. When I'm not using it, it just pops this thing out. When I'm not using it, I put it up there, and it holds my paperwork for me when I'm dropping off at a yard or something, and I just don't want to throw it all in front of there. I just put it right up here, landscape long ways, and it doesn't impede my vision at all. So a couple cool little gadget ideas that I thought would be helpful. So yeah, that's a winner. I'll put the link, I hope, in the thing. If not, it's just look up ACTTO book holder, or I put iPad holder in Google and it popped that up. But yeah, this thing's great, man. Works really well. So definitely a must-have. Cheap item to have on the truck to be handy. Gadget to have. It's a little whiteboard. Makes it great for taking notes. So you don't have to do it on the typical paper and throw it away. You just put it on there and got a little eraser head on it. So it's just a little whiteboard. And what I discovered also, which is kind of cool, is let's see if I can do this with one hand. On your iPad, so I got to go to Tuscaloosa, to Ocean Springs, up to Dayville, then down to Biloxi, and then over, and you can write right on your iPad. So I was curious to see what my next drops were for this Walmart load, and then hopefully I can erase it. I tested this out. It's supposed to erase. Yeah, goes off. So that's just a handy thing to do. Anyway, so this storm's gonna be over. I'm gonna roll out tonight around 10 o'clock. This should be gone out of my way so I can start.
The stories I've heard from Kim Clement. Where you got it? You and the come up here.